Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back getting up some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC 1 versus mods. Yes, that is right, my friends. This series has returned in Sparking Zero. I used to do this a lot back in Xenoverse 2, and I still very much enjoy that, but now that Sparking Zero has officially gotten its first DLC, let's compare it to the mod that we had previously. Before the DLC even dropped, we did have a few mods out there. Now, the mod that I will be comparing is going to be the one by ShaoKao and the Elemental Zenkai Hero. I'm going to link them down below where you can check this out. As you can see on screen right here, we're going to be comparing at least a side-by-side comparison for all the transformations, because this superhero version of Gohan, you know, the modded and the DLC both have all the forms. So you can see some noticeable differences, but in a sense, the face and the hair is almost exactly the same. I'm very surprised by this. When you see it side by side, you're like, damn, they were actually on point with the mod for the most part. Now, you can see a major visual difference in the pants. The pants are a lot better, more polished looking, less baggy. The DLC version is just, you know, a lot more refined, and overall, I think we can all agree that the DLC, for the most part, in terms of the models and everything, is going to be better. It's a developer version. The mod version is still very good, but it's a fan-made thing. You can notice on the wristbands, as you can see with the modded version, the wristbands are a lot smaller, while the ones on the superhero version reflect kind of more of what, you know, he had in the movie. They're a lot longer. And the shoes are different colors, as well as, you know, it having that, you know, nice little extra layer on the DLC version. But the face, it's almost exactly the same. Skin tone is a little bit different. He's a little bit more pink on this version for the DLC. And I think the colors, I mean, they're almost exactly the same, you know, without going too much into detail. So let's actually switch out here and go to Super Saiyan. We'll also compare the Super Saiyan version for the mod. So this is the modded version versus the DLC. The hair, definitely big difference here. Again, all the other changes that we specified in terms of like the wristbands and the pants. And it looks like that the DLC version is a little bit darker in terms of the gi and the clothing color, while the modded version is a little bit more lighter and more vibrant. But the face is pretty different. Okay, the face and hair, those are the main things on Super Saiyan. And again, I would have to say that the DLC version reflects it better from what we have in the movie. This version right here looks very good for the mod, but that one is more like, I think that's just the Super Saiyan 2 hair that's been a little bit, you know, extended, just slightly longer. So the ultimate version is a massive difference. You guys are gonna see it, okay? So here's the modded version right here. Look at the difference in the face and the hair, dude. That's actually kind of nutty. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, look at that. His forehead looks a lot larger on the DLC version. The shaders and everything are a little bit different as well. But it's the hair is a big difference. You can see that there are highlights on the superhero DLC version, but the superhero modded version has no highlights at all. It's just pure black. But I do like the hair on both of them. But again, the DLC version is very accurate. It's much closer to what we have in the actual movie, right? Again, DLC is still really good. Now, the Beast, whew, man, the Beast version, the difference that you are about to see is kind of nutty. So, I do very much like the electricity surging on the roster. I think that's kind of cool. Beast Gohan for the DLC doesn't have any auras or anything on the roster, kind of like Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku and Toppo. They all have like an aura kind of surging, you know, between them. But the forehead is very big on the modded version. The bang is, it's a little bit too high up, and you can the hair is not as good, okay? Which, understandable, right? You know, the hair had to be custom made and everything. Again, the pants and everything, very baggy on the modded version. But honestly, it's not too bad. The face is actually pretty okay. I feel like the eyebrows are a little bit too sharp. But, of course, again, the DLC is winning overall for everything. Now, the big thing that I want to mention, and the big difference between why I think the modded version can get away with a little bit of, you know, extra goodies here, is because there are some extra goodies on this version, okay? So check this out. This is something that the DLC lacks, and that's the customization, like actual outfits and costumes. So you have a battle damage version fully, you have a complete 100% battle damage. This one is more of like a halfway. You have the OG Buu Saga version, you have the Great Saiyaman outfit, you have the battle damage black outfit, and then you also have the Turtle Hermit Gi, as well as being able to customize accessories, okay? Why are we not able to do this with the DLC? At least give us the glasses. Like, if a modder could do it, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's impossible. They could have done it, but there is a little bit of, I don't want to say laziness, but like I don't understand why we couldn't even at least get a slightly battle damage version that he had in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that's unfortunate. Like, look at what I can do with Beast Gohan, right? I'm not saying like, oh, we should have had like every single one of these costumes, but I think it would have been reasonable if he at least had one extra battle damage version that was kind of like this. In the movie, he had it was not as battle damage, but you know, something similar to that. Again, would have been cool if we could like put on the glasses or whatever. This one doesn't work for the Beast, but at least the cape does, I think. Let me see. Yeah, okay, that does work. Okay, but yeah, this is, you know, this is the modded version. So like something like that. Like I really expected, and I know this is very copium, but it would have been really cool to have this version of him. I felt like Sparking Zero would have been the game, okay, the quintessential game that would have at least let us see what he would look like in the Turtle Hermit outfit. I think a lot of us thought that Sparking Zero would eventually do that, but not the case, okay? And it, you know, it's unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about that, right? He's crying over spilt milk, but yeah, overall, that's where the mod is mainly winning. It's 100% going to be for customization. The mod will probably always win in that area because it looks like the devs don't really want to do customization for whatever reason, which, again, very, very unfortunate, but again, nothing we can do about it. So that's the comparison. Again, the DLC version in terms of like outfits and everything. At least he has the cape, and his glasses can come off. So that's, I think, at least like one thing that's kind of cool. But the only accessory you can do is like V-jump accessory. So other than that, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to be starting with the normal base form version, and we'll go into the verses. We'll compare the transformations. For the most part, the DLC, I think you guys should know it's going to win, but we'll have at least a side-by-side comparison when we do it here. So let's go and jump straight on into it, and we'll switch between each of the transformations and all that good stuff because we have everything kind of pumped up. So the DLC version, I mean, you guys have seen all the attacks and everything. It's, you know, the attacks on the DLC, it's going to win, right? There are actual, like, full new, brand new attacks that Gohan has and everything. Let's actually get the key gauge to max here so that we can actually do this better. So, yeah, that's pretty much what you would expect. So I'm going to go ahead and go into sparking. We'll at least show the ultimate. Here's a Super Kamehameha. This is the DLC version, right? Like, very cinematic. It is, you know, a newer sort of animation on it. And it looks like damn good. It's like, look at this, dude. The battle damage is so cool on the modded version. Like, I wish we had something. Even if it was a slight battle damage, it would have been nice, right? So let's going to go Super Saiyan. Yeah, pretty much what you'd expect, but it's got a better animation than what the modded version has. So there you have it there. I'm going to go ahead and switch over. So here is the modded version here. So he also has Super Kamehameha. But this one is just taken straight from regular, you know, DBZ version of Gohan, the base game version. So nothing special there, right? But what I expected. I didn't expect them to, you know, fully animate a brand new thing or whatever, but that's, you know, how it is with the Ultimates on at least the first three forms. Whenever we get to actual Beast, it'll, you know, you'll see the reflection of that. So let's go Super Saiyan. So this one does not have a custom animation. It's just a straight kind of copy paste from what is it, the base game version of Gohan. So let's go ahead and charge this up here. So modded version also has Super Kamehameha. I believe it's the same exact animation. And again, it doesn't look bad. You know, it looks good. It fits to what you'd expect. But at least the DLC version did change up that, you know, in terms of like the ultimate and stuff. So this might get kind of confusing here for me because they're both they look very similar. But man, like the hair looks really freaking good, dude, on the DLC version. So we'll charge this up here. So he also has Super Kamehameha. But again, it has that newer animation, which I very much like. So again, the DLC and mod, in terms of like how they were doing it, they kind of almost predicted how they were going to do it pretty well, which is kind of cool, okay? So now let's go Ultimate. Ultimate has a really sick animation. Look at that. Exactly like the movie. Like, that's phenomenal, dude. For real, for real, for real. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. We'll go into our ultimate. Sorry, I keep switching because, again, I told you I was going to get kind of confused here. This is the modded version now. I'll wait for that. Okay, let's go ultimate. Same exact Super Saiyan animation. But there's a little bit of something custom there. So you got to appreciate that, right? That's actually pretty cool that they did that. So now this one is full power Kamehameha. So this is just a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Kamehameha. It's been copy and pasted. Again, it actually looks good. It doesn't look bad at all. So as a mod, you know, I respect it. Okay, so let's switch over to DLC. So he had Explosive Onslaught. So this is completely different. No beam attack. This is a full rushdown. So the DLC definitely winning. And he still has a Kamehameha in with it. So very, very good, man. Honestly, it's peak. Now, let's do... let's do the modded version of the transformation first, okay? Because I feel like if I do the DLC version first, it's going to kind of, you know, overshadow it a bit, right? I was going to transform in the Beast. This is, again, this is the modded version. So it gets a little bit blurry there, but that's because of the, you know, the camera and stuff and how this game is. But, I mean, you've seen what the transformation looks like. So it wasn't horrible. You know, I thought when I first saw it, I thought it was very good. But now when you compare it to the DLC version, it's like night and day. But the aura is amazing. He's got the surging electricity and everything. Like, this is pretty good. This is not too bad, right? So now for the DLC version, which almost night and day, right? Again, it's the developer version. This is the one we paid money for. It looks absolutely amazing. Like, full cinematic animation. Like, actually insane, bro. So aura, kind of similar. I would honestly have to say, and I mean, you can disagree with me, but the aura on the DLC version, I think I might like a little bit more. Like, this looks really good still, but it's a very, like, how do I put it? It's smaller. It's a lot more, like, circular in terms of how far the aura goes. But when you get to, like, this version right here, I mean, there's no surge now, but from what you saw earlier, the surge is really good. Like, this aura is very, very nice, to be honest, okay? So here's the Special Beam Cannon Beast.
Special Beam Cannon!
So, honestly, not horrible. It's alright. The animation was pretty decent, right? But the beam was very small. It wasn't as cinematic.
Special Beam Cannon!
It's a little bit more stagnant, you know, a little bit more robotic looking. But, I mean, for a mod, very early on in the modding process of, you know, how this game has been only out for like a few months, right? Not too bad, not too bad. But then you go to the DLC version, bro.
I'm not gonna hold back.
And it's like night and day. Now, the aura looks much better whenever you're charging it up. I was just talking about the aura earlier where right after you transform, I feel like, you know, it looked a little bit better on the modded version. But this right here,
Say your prayers.
a full rush attack.
To one shot.
And one of the most cinematic special beam, or just one of the most cinematic ultimate attacks in the game, to be honest. Like, the comparison, honestly, like, you can't even compare it. Like, the DLC just wins in every single area, with maybe the exception of the aura at times. Like, this aura, like, they cooked with the aura. They did a really good job with the modded version. Like, there are points where I feel like I'm liking the aura more, but, I mean, it's still incredible on this one as well. But I just feel like the colors just are nicer overall. But the only other move that I guess I could try is Explosive Flash. So the DLC version, it's immaculate. It's literally perfect, okay? This one's not as good. Honestly, I do remember that the modded version Like, yeah, that's not good. That's not great. The tracking is bad. But again, it's a mod. So, I mean, I don't know what you would have expected here. Oh, God, the hair, bro. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying... This video was not meant to say, like, oh, like, shit on the mod or anything like that. It's just to show the differences between what a developer can do in a very, very long time frame and what a modder can do in a much shorter time frame as a fan, okay? And they're not charging money for this, okay? That's what the series is all about, to show you guys, like, hey, with mods from what a fan can make, somebody that is just, you know, has a passion for this game and for the series, they cook, honestly. Like, they do a decent job, and it's like, they're just doing this for fun. While the devs, you know, this is their job. They're paid to do this, right? So, there you have it. I mean, big differences. Again, we all knew at the start of the video that the DLC wins in terms of everything. But, yeah, mod pluses, I will say the aura and customization, they're definitely getting. And I'll also do a side-by-side comparison of at least the ultimate attacks for you guys, and also the transformation. So, let me know what you guys think about it. Drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Get ready for this. Say your prayers. I'm putting it all into one shot. Special beam cannon! This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!